I'm not a professional cigar smoker though, like my primo Dub, he is for sure. Raw and Uncut Tuesday night special. People are going to say, what's so special about Raw and Uncut Tuesday night? In the NFL, there was a lot of trades today, folks. It was really, really fucking busy. I will say this about the Cowboys. After getting their asses kicked last night by the Cardinals, Jacoby Brissett and company did a hell of a job. I told you guys in the video from earlier yesterday that Cardinals defense wasn't as bad as the defense of the Cowboys. They got some playmakers, right? Do me a favor, folks. When you come in, tap the like button. Don't cost you shit. Share it if you can. I'm trying to share this. Let me share this real quick. Hold on, folks. Hold on, people. Hold back. Yes, I know I'm live. Thank you for whoever is up in here, by the way. Who is it? Big Mo. Hey, what's up, Mo? What's cracking, Big Mo? How you doing, bro? Anyway, how you been? Yep, that's right. Hey, that's right, Mo. You're right. The world has imploded and the Raiders still fucking suck. It's crazy, bro. It's fucking... When I think about it, I'm like, you would think with everything going the way it is that maybe we'd get a little sliver of a flash or something. The only thing bright that came out of the game on Sunday was Brock Bowers, in my estimation. It was Brock Bowers, right? The center's stupid. Meredith don't know what the fuck he's doing. You could see at the line where Geno Smith actually had to check him and say, no, this guy's not blitzing. This guy's blitzing. The center's, that guy should not be playing center. And Geno Smith, he's a serviceable quarterback. He's not a starter. He's not a superstar. He's not worth the money that the Raiders paid him. We could have saved all that fucking money, bro. Like I always say, we could have saved that motherfucking money. And good, you're doing well, man. I'm doing okay myself, man. Thank God. I'm doing all right. You know what I mean? The Cowboys, though, today. I don't understand. Like, I get it. Why you trade for Quinnen Williams? But I think it's too late for this year, the Cowboys. Quinnen Williams is a hell of a fucking football player, right? The Raiders traded away Jacoby Myers. Get the fuck out of here. You don't want to be here. We don't want you here. When it comes to the Cowboys, though, Jerry Jones, what the fuck are you doing? Jerry Jones is looking more and more and more like the Al Davis in Al Davis's later years, not in his genius years, not all the years that we won the Super Bowls and stuff. All that is past Jerry Jones. All that is past Jerry Jones. Yeah, I don't know either, Big Mo. It's crazy. It's like there's no plan, right? They say they got a plan, but it's like there's no plan, right? I don't get it. The Cowboys, you get your fucking ass whooped. You get your ass handed to you. You can't stop the run. Even though Cardinals didn't necessarily run all over them, but they had some big runs when they needed them. And the Cardinals offense looked way better than the Cowboys offense yesterday. And the Cowboys ain't going to win too many games scoring 30 points a game, giving up 32 points a game. You know what I'm saying? That ain't going to happen. No, I don't give a damn who you are. One of my good friends, Sal, was talking a couple weeks ago that they had the best wide receiver duo in the league, the Cowboys, with Pickens and Lamb. And I said, that's all fine and dandy, and that's all gravy. You can have the best wide receiver duo in the league, but you guys can't stop nobody. And what's going to happen when you run into a good defense? And look what's happened to them the last couple of weeks. When they've run into some defenses that know how to play them, they're fucked. You're right, Big Mo. Jerry is Jerry. And no one runs Jerry World but Jerry, right? No one is the boss other than Jerry Jones and Big D, and we know that shit, right? And when it comes to the 49ers, they really didn't do anything today, right? Do they need to? Yeah, they're sitting all right. Like, I'm a Raider, but I don't hate on other teams, you know what I mean? But fuck the Chiefs, fuck the Chargers, fuck the Broncos. I really don't be saying fuck the Niners unless their fan base comes fucking with me. Then I'm like, yeah, 49er fans can eat a dick up till they hiccup. Other than that, I don't really be tripping on the Niners, you know what I'm saying? Am I blind? Wait, what was that? Hold on. Why would you... I don't know, Rick. Okay, why would you ask if I was blind? I guess you're being funny. I'm wearing... Look, I'm going to show you why I wear sunglasses at night, all right? That's why, okay? You want to know why? That's why. Psych. I wear them because I fucking want to. You feel me? Is that the way you want me to look? I wear them because I want to. This light right here is really bright. So my eyes, because I have sensitive eyes, you see? My eyes are really sensitive to light, so I have to wear sunglasses. Plus, my future's so bright, I gotta wear shades. Damn. Yeah, old school shit, right? Hey, Kula Puli, I'm just fucking with you, bro. I'm just fucking with you. My eyes are not... You're not talking to Biggie Smalls here, bro. My eyes are pretty good. I was just fucking with you. The light's really bright for me, though, so I have to cover them up. You feel me? Yes, sir. The sun does shine. You're right, Big Mo. But I will say this. My heart goes out to Max Crosby, dude. I love the guy. The guy's a Raider through and through, and you saw all these rumors. You heard all these rumors, right, about he's going to be traded. The Raiders are going to trade him and all this bullshit. And he came out and said he didn't want to go nowhere. The Raiders said they were not going to trade him. Let me tell you, you've traded Khalil Mack. You've traded Amari Cooper in his prime. You've traded so many players, different GMs, different coaches we've had, and they've traded away our best players, and it makes no sense. Players that are cornerstone players, they're the pinnacle. You build around them. You do not trade Max Crosby, and that's something I know Tom Brady will not sign off on. It'll never happen. My eye was like this. Yeah, what's going on, dog? This is Geno Smith. Who's open? Who's open, dog? That's Geno Smith. He's got my eye. Geno Smith is back there like this. What's up? Who's open? Oh, I'm going to throw it in the dirt. Oh, I'm going to take a sack. Coach, I didn't see him open, coach. No shit, Geno Smith. I'm just saying. See, I could go without the sunglasses, but my eyes get really, really sensitive to the light. So that's the reason why I got the sunglasses on. But hey, what do you guys want to talk about? Big Mo, it's good to see you in here, bro. It's been a minute. Everyone else up in here. Kula Puli. Soyekis. What's up, Soyekis? Me? I'm from Fresno, California, bro, but I live in Phoenix, Arizona. Jin Woo, what's up? Yeah, Big Mo, me too, man. I feel bad for the dude. Like, the dude's a fucking player, right? If the Raiders would just fucking listen to him, we might be all right. But ever since Brady's come to the organization, bro, he got rid of Carr and they had no plan. They wanted to go with Jimmy Garoppolo. We saw how that went. Gardner Minshew, we saw how that went. The only bright spot at the quarterback position, that players that have shown real good flashes since Carr's left, has been Aiden O'Connell. Has been Aiden. I mean, yeah, Geno Smith, maybe 1 game or 2 games he's been all right, but he's been sucking for the most part. And then Cowboys. Geno's like this, like I said. Yeah, I'm sorry, coach. I swear, I didn't know he was open, coach. I couldn't see him. Yeah, couldn't see him, dog. Couldn't see him. It does, Big Mo. It does. You are surely 100% correct. The Cowboys, though, I gotta admit, when the Raiders, it sucks, man. When the Raiders are sucking like this, I find comfort and watching other teams destruct, right? Self-destruct. Watching other teams falling, other teams going down, other teams just eating shit like the Cowboys, right? I told everybody yesterday that it wasn't going to be a blowout, that a lot of people were thinking that it was going to be a blowout, that they were going to blow the Cardinals out, right? No. I've been paying attention to the Cardinals since I've been in Phoenix. They got their rookie back, Walter Nolan, the third. That motherfucker was wrecking the game. He hadn't been playing all year. Nolan had not been playing all year on the defensive line for the Cardinals. Last night was his first game back, and that motherfucker showed why he was a first rounder. Walter Nolan's a beast. Do not be surprised with them Cardinals as long as they got Brissett in there, because Kyler Murray, the dude's basura. The dude is trash. Kyler Murray cannot see the field. Just like Gino, Kyler Murray's like this. Hey, sorry, coach. I didn't know he was open. I couldn't see him, dog. But he's like that, and then he's like 3 feet tall, and he's running around. When he runs around with the football, it looks like he's got a baby bottle in his fucking hand and shit. Then all this stuff, right, with the food stamps going on, I'm like, let's get it right. For the people who qualify and who need the SNAP benefits, my heart goes out to you, and I try to help people when I can. If I'm out in public and I got some money and somebody needs something, I'll help them. You know, at the stores or whatever. It's these motherfuckers that don't need it. These motherfuckers have been taking advantage. You motherfuckers, I wish you were here right now so I could burn a fucking hole in your goddamn eye. Geno Smith, we gotta burn one of it. Come here, you son of a. Come here, you fucking bastard. You burn your fucking eye out. Mark Davis, burn your fucking eye out, motherfucker. Oh. Tom Brady, burn your fucking culo out with this mother right here. Por atrás, güey. Right here. Like, when the Raiders get rid of Tom Brady, I'm going to be like, when the Raiders get rid of Tom Brady's ass and he gets out of the organization, because I don't like what he's doing, right? When they get rid of him, this is how I'm going to be. Remember Kirk Gibson in 1988? I'm a Giants fan, but I saw that game. The Dodgers, when he hit that fucking home run, right? With the bad knee, and he's running around the fucking bases, he's like this. When Tom Brady gets out of this fucking organization 2, 3, 4 years down the line, whatever, I'm going to be like this. Like Kirk Gibson running around. When the Raiders get rid of old fucking Tuck Boy, that's when we're going to have half of a fucking chance to be all right again, to be okay. Because I firmly believe, people say I'm crazy. People say I'm crazy, but I firmly believe that Tom Brady is purposely making us look bad and hoping we do bad because he wants a bigger role. I think he wants to make himself the general manager, but he didn't want to do it right away. He wants to put a guy in and kind of feel everything out, make them, fucking kind of run it in the dirt a little bit. And then he's going to come in, and then they're probably going to rise, because then the refs will start calling shit for us, right? The refs will start calling holding on the fucking goddamn Chiefs every time we play them. They'll start holding on the Chargers when we play them, and they're always holding Max Crosby. We'll start getting all the calls because the NFL is going to work it like that. They're going to fix it like that for Tom Brady because maybe they want to make a story where Tom Brady brings the Raiders back to prominence. Tom Brady has orchestrated this team, and he's made all the right moves, and he brought in this guy, and he brought in that guy, and now look at the Raiders in like 2 or 3 years, right? That'd be a good thing because I just want to see my Raiders win. But at the same time, fuck the Tuck Boy, fuck Tom Shady. AOC does need a chance, Big Mo. You know that. We've been saying that for a while, right? Since last year, we've been saying that they need to make him the starter and need to keep him the starter, right? And the poor dude got hurt in the preseason. I was at the game in fucking Glendale when he got hurt in preseason. I remember we're sitting there and all of a sudden we see him coming, walking out the tunnel, holding his arm. And I told my brother, hey, look at fucking O'Connell, look at Aiden. My brother's like, oh, fuck, he broke his fucking arm. But we thought we were going to be okay because Geno Smith, right? Everything he had done in Seattle, but Geno Smith has regressed, bro. That motherfucker he's just an average quarterback. Yeah, right? I mean, at this point, we're what, 2-6? What do you got to lose? You want to know what you got for the future? Geno Smith ain't the future. Geno Smith is not the future. All right, here goes Roberto from Brooklyn. Geno Smith is not the future of the Raiders. Geno Smith is a piece of fucking shit. Geno Smith couldn't hit the broadside of a fucking barn with a shotgun. That fucking guy right there, I tell you, that fucking guy, need to throw him in a fucking ditch somewhere. Start AOC, start the fucking rookie, run Janty up the fucking cool order defense, and then what do you got to lose? Pete Carroll, suck a donkey. Spytek, suck a fucking donkey. Tom Brady, majorly suck a fucking donkey. Tom Brady can suck a donkey, right? More than 49er fans can suck a donkey, okay? I don't really got beef with any Cowboys or Niner fans, but I'm just saying, at this point, how much, Big Mo, how much worse could we get, right? How much worse could we get? Put the fucking rookie in. Put the young fucking players in. Put Aiden up in there. If he starts stinking up the joint, bring in Cam Miller and go from there. Hell, fucking hey, Niners, Raiders. Sign me up at quarterback. Shit. I mean, we're sucking anyway. Give me a couple $100,000 to stand back there and take a fucking sack like Geno Smith when you got guys fucking open. You got your check down open. You got Janty open. You got Bowers open. You got fucking Myers open. Hell, your fucking grandma's in the corner over there fucking open and you can't even see that bitch either, Geno Smith. Sorry if his grandma passed away. I'm just joking. I don't mean it literally. But I'm kind of on a roll here. I'm just kind of on a fucking roll here. Yo, what up, Drag? What's up, Drag? Hey, anybody that's on here right now, subscribe to Dragon Zuniga's channel. That dude's got some good stuff about the Sky Dome, a firmament, extra planets in the sky, and all kinds of stuff. Like, he films this shit himself. No jokes, no bullshit. The guy's giving you straight up. If you like that shit that they're not talking about and they don't want to talk about, Dragon's got it. I've known Drag, approaching more than 20... Almost 25 years I've known Drag. Right, Drag? Gorgeous 707. What's up? Whoever Gorgeous 707 is. A lot of these folks that come in here, I don't know who they are. I know Big Mo. I know Drag. To everyone that's come in here, do me a favor. Hit the like button. Share this motherfucker. Share this motherfucking video. Hey, Drag, I still got that portrait you did for my mom, bro, on Mother's Day in 03, was it? I still got that portrait, bro. It's not doing too well because the weather out here, you know, the heat and everything, but it's still intact and you can still see it. And I'm going to take a picture of it and I'm going to post it here pretty soon. I'll do another video with it in the background like I had it when I first started doing these videos. But when it comes to the 49ers, I got to give it up to Shanahan. I got to give it up to Kyle Shanahan and what he's been able to do with Mac Jones, right? What he's been able to do with so many injuries, and the guys got them winning games. They didn't win this last one, right? They lost or they won? Fuck, I don't even remember. I got short-term memory loss from all the fucking car accidents, from all the time I've been hitting my fucking head, the whole nine. But anyways, the Cowboys lost. The Raiders lost, but the fucking Cowboys make no fucking sense. You lose, you're what, 3-6 now or something like that? 3-6 and 1 tie? 3 wins, 6 losses and 1 tie, and you go trade for Quinnen Williams, which is a good fucking a good player. That guy's gonna seal up that middle and he's gonna help that run game, and he can rush the quarterback. Quinnen Williams is a fucking beast, but it's too late for this year. So are you getting ready for next year? Yeah. I'll tell you what, the Cowboys will be good next year, and they might win a few more games this year. They might squeak in the playoffs. Who knows? But I'm telling you right now, I think that fucking move, Jerry, was too late. Too little, too late. You should have done that weeks ago. When you traded Micah Parsons, you should have traded for Quinnen Williams then at the same time. Shocked the whole world. That's what you should have done. Yep. It may be flat, right? Who knows? Who knows? I do know, though, I remember seeing that Admiral Richard Byrd video years ago, like 13, 14 years ago on YouTube. Right now, you'll have trouble finding it, but a lot of people have taken pieces of it and snippets of it and have reposted it before they took it off. But I remember what Admiral Richard Byrd said about the land at the bottom of the world and beyond the ice wall. There was green land, there was resources, there was a lot of stuff going on out there, right? It's a one of them cheap Cubans, like them $10 Cuban cigars. Drag. You know, I don't smoke bud like I used to, but see if you can see it. It's like one of them cheap Cubans. It's a cheap ass Cuban, bro. but it's good. It tastes good. Really, really good. Smokes good. You know, not too expensive. I ain't got that dough like that like I used to. Add a Q and is gravity. All right, go for it. Fuck it. It's telling me to add some shit. I've never done that before. That's a good question. I don't know. I don't even know why it asked me to ask that. It just was like, ask a question. I'm like, well, there it is, shit. Is gravity optional? Or if gravity was optional? I don't know what the fuck they mean by that. The bud out here is all right, bro. I've met a few people. It's okay, but it's not like Cali. They ain't nothing like Cali and Colorado, bud. Nothing like that. Ain't nothing like that Cali weed, bro. Fucking. You do find some good stuff out here. There is some shit, though, I found called First Class Funk a few months ago, and I haven't seen it again. That shit right there was fucking fire, bro. That shit was straight fire. Yo, everyone in here, hit the like button. Share the motherfucking video for me if you can. Share this motherfucking video. It keeps reminding me you're live, you're live. I'm like, I know I'm live. But I'll tell you what, man. The Raiders. Aiden O'Connell needs to fucking start. Bottom line. That defense needs to learn how to fucking tackle. Everyone out there, all of our defensive backs, except for the rookie, and maybe every now and again, you see Palamau, he'll get to the ball carrier, but he's always hitting, he's not tackling, right? He's always hitting, he's not tackling. They're not getting Janty the ball enough. You know what I'm saying, Big Mo? They're not getting Janty the ball enough, bro. They need to get him the fucking ball. Ruru 13, what's up? Hey, well, yeah. If I'm the Raiders, I'd be handing the ball off to Ashton Janty 15 to 20 times a fucking game. 25 touches a game. Serving Brock Bowers underneath, over the top. Hitting Tucker coming across on a few screens. How hard is it? How hard could it be to just run an attacking defense? An attacking offense. So you got the defense always on its heels. It seems like, all right, Drag, thank you for stopping in, bro. We'll chop it up later for sure. You know what I mean? And it's fucking crazy, though. It's crazy because how hard could it be to run an attacking offense? I think half of us that grew up playing football and have played a little bit of Madden could maybe have better play calling than fucking Shit Kelly. Yes, I said Shit Kelly, not Chip Kelly, because he's shit. And I can't help it. I keep going back to the fucking Cowboys last night and how they got their ass handed to them. And I gotta say, it was satisfying watching the Cardinals get in Jerry Jones and the Cowboys dookie shoot, for sure. It was. Only because on social media, everyone was counting the Cardinals out. Everyone was saying that Pickens was going to get a touchdown and Lamb was going to get a touchdown. Williams was going to get a touchdown. Ferguson was going to get a touchdown. I'm like, they're not even going to score fucking 2 touchdowns, let alone 4. They're not going to have 4 different players score touchdowns. And what happened? That offense went to sleep last night. Se dormieron. That offense took the pito of the dookie shoot, hardcore style, and then went to sleep. After that, they were done. They were cooked. They couldn't move the ball. They couldn't really do shit. That Cardinals defense was getting after the ball. They were getting after the quarterback. They were getting after Prescott. They were punching the fucking ball out, getting turnovers. That defense was finally on point, looking like they thought it would look at the beginning of the year if they would have been healthy and had all the guys that had got hurt in training camp and OTAs. Now the Cardinals are healthy. Don't be surprised if these guys make a little bit of a run. You know what I'm saying? Do not be surprised if the Cardinals make a little bit of run. Do not be. Now, the Cowboys, does anybody really think the Cowboys are going to make a run? Does anybody believe that the 49ers can maintain whatever it is they're doing and how they're kind of bandaging the whole team up and still getting wins here and there? You know, they're not dominating totally, and they have a lot of injuries on defense, But I think that's going to be interesting too. I think it's going to be very interesting. But my Raiders, it sucks. When we suck like this, I have to pay attention to other fucking teams, because if I pay attention to my Raiders, I'll be out there hanging in a fucking barn somewhere, but like this. Like Geno Smith. Yeah, coach. I swear, coach. I didn't see him open, coach. I swear, coach. I didn't know he was open. I swear, coach. I didn't know he was open, dog. I thought he was over there. That way? That way? Yeah. Fucking bullshit. Geno Smith sucks. Jerry Jones, you're fucking stupid. You're trading all these fucking picks, bro, and it's too late for you. What? The Cowboys got one more win than we do. The same amount of losses, and they tied a game. Yo, everybody in here, drop a like, drop a comment. What you want to talk about? Introduce yourself. Tell me who you are. If you've never been in here before, tap in. Offensive plan. It is, Big Mo. It's very predictable. Very fucking predictable. You can see it coming, right? We're like, oh, here comes a run up the gut. You know, Smith is going to drop back, and he's going to... One thing about Geno Smith that I've noticed, it's like he doesn't want to run either. What is it with the Raider quarterbacks, right? I understand what happened to Derek Carr when he got hurt. He didn't want to run anymore. He was kind of scared. Poor Carr was hurt a lot. Broken ribs, broke his fucking back, the fucking leg, his fucking finger, all kinds of shit. Derek Carr was a tough son of a bitch. And now that, you know, a few years later that he's been gone, I think people actually see he wasn't as bad as the media and a lot of the fans were making him out to be. Derek Carr was not that bad. Tom Brady got rid of Derek Carr and did not have a legit fucking plan to replace him. So now here we are as Raider fans stuck with Geno Smith begging for Aiden O'Connell, begging for Cam Miller. Hell, dig up Stabler. Let that motherfucker throw a fucking bomb. Where's Jim Plunkett? Sign his ass back. He'd probably be better than Geno Smith. At least Plunkett won't be. Oh no, coach. I don't know where he's at, coach. I thought he was open, coach. I didn't know he was open, coach. Like, what the fuck, bro? You know? See, back in my day, when the Raiders was great, we was kicking ass and taking names. Kicking ass and taking names. Now, the Raiders are licking ass and taking names. It seems like the only guys on defense that are like playing and like want to play is like Crosby and Adam Butler. And sometimes Devin White, sometimes Adams. The rookie Porter, I really like him, and Stokes. The two safeties, trash. Majority of the linebackers, no good. Majority of the fucking Wilson, trash. Trade that motherfucker. Kuntz, if you can trade him, trade that motherfucker too. Get those guys out of here. They're done. Those are the guys you trade. And hopefully maybe get back some young prospects. Stop getting picks. Try to get one of these young offensive linemen that can't play somewhere where it's a deep O-line, where they got depth on the O-line and the guys, you know, need a chance. Start trading some of these guys for them, because we still need help on that fucking offensive line. Although I will say this, in this last game, Geno Smith had time to throw. And there was times where if he would have had a second or two, the play would have been able to be extended and he would have been able to complete a pass. But then there was also times when Geno Smith was back there and he had a clean pocket and didn't find anybody, took a sack. There was times where he could have ran for 10, 15 yards, took a sack. There was times when Janty was wide open for the dump off, took a fucking sack. Those are the reasons why we lost that game. It's not only what happened in the end when Jacoby Myers was open in the end zone and Lockett was open and he ends up just fucking throwing it into the hands of the defender. It wasn't only that. That's what it came down to in the end. But we lost the game earlier with all those other plays because there was points that were left on the field. There was points that we should have been putting on the board if Geno Smith would have been finding his guys open. But he doesn't. It's like he doesn't read the field. It's like he's got this idea in his head. He's like, all right, I'm going to look here first. And if he's not there, I'm going to try to throw it somewhere else. Instead of saying, okay, boom, boom, boom. It's reversed. So I'm going to go like this. Boom, boom, boom. All right. My dude's not open over here. He's not open. He's not open. Wham. You know what I'm saying? Like Carr, when you used to see Carr back there, and you see this with O'Connell. O'Connell will drop back. I know it's showing me left-handed, but it's just whatever. O'Connell drops back, and you'll see him go, boom, 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 boom. You'll see him do that. You'll see him scan the field. Geno Smith, you rarely see him scanning the field. It's like he looks one way, and if it's not there, he's gonna go the other way. He doesn't say, he doesn't even tell himself, yo, I got my check down here, right? I got my check down here. You can tell it's like, he almost like he forgets. He goes into the twilight zone. He goes into the motherfucking outer limits, and this motherfucker don't know what he's doing on the field. Is he scared of that line? I don't know. Does he think the line's not going to give him, the left tackle, Forsyth? He didn't play that bad this game. He had a couple of bad plays, but he was holding his own. I mean, it was the Jaguars. It's not like we're playing the fucking Chiefs or we're playing the Broncos or we're playing the fucking Eagles or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But he was playing a professional football player and a professional team, and he held his own for the first time since he's been out there. So we're seeing a little bit of growth with that piece of crap on left tackle until Miller gets back, whenever the fuck that is. I don't even think he's coming back this year, right? I got to tell you, though, Jerry Jones, when I'm watching him now, like I said earlier, it's like I'm watching Al Davis all over again before he died, where he was making bonehead decision after bonehead decision, signing these players that were washed up to big contracts, right? Making trades when he shouldn't have been making trades, acting like one player was going to change the whole outcome of the team and the path that they were headed, the trajectory, right? And that's where the Cowboys are right now. Jerry Jones still thinks, oh, well, our offense is this, so we just need to help that defense out. Bro, Jerry Jones, your offense fucking stunk again last night, bro. Your offense stunk last week. So even though a lot of Cowboy fans like to say, we got one of the best offenses in the league with the worst defense in the league. At least the Raiders don't have the worst defense in the league. They got a bad defense, but it ain't even as bad as the Cowboys. The Cowboys are worse than we are, if you can imagine that. The Cowboys are worse than we are. I said it. Yo, if you're a Cowboy fan, give me a middle finger. If you're a Raider fan, if you're a fucking Niner fan, give me a middle finger. I don't give a fuck. Whenever you see this video, if you don't catch it live, that's cool. You can catch it after it's posted up. If you catch the video after it's posted up, drop a comment, drop a like, share the motherfucking video. Please share the video. So, yeah, it's been an interesting NFL season. A whole lot of trades. Jacoby Myers is finally out of this motherfucker. Bye. See you later, Jacoby. Hopefully, over there with Trevor Lawrence and all those motherfuckers, hopefully you do whatever it is you think you're going to do. Were you worth a 4th and a 6th rounder? No, I'm surprised we got that. I think you were more worth maybe about just 1 5th rounder. 1 5th round pick. I don't think you were worth a 4th and a 6th. That's just my fucking humble opinion. Okay. Now, what that's going to do with Jacoby Myers being gone for the Raiders, it's going to open up the wide receiver core. It's going to open it up. Now, Tucker moves up to the number 1 slot, right? Who is it? Besh at number 2, right? Thornton maybe at 3, Bachman at 4. And then we all know that it's Brock Bowers' motherfucking game all day. Ballin' ass Brock Bowers, he's the number 1 receiver. Brock Bowers is the number 1 receiver when it comes to the fucking Raiders. Everybody, hit that like button. Share this motherfucking video. Drop a comment. Thank you for stopping in. Damn, it's hard to believe I've been out here for 33 minutes already. Well, you know what? When you're talking shit, having a ball, that's all that matters, right? When you're talking shit, having a ball, that's all that matters. And that's what I'm doing. Passing my time, tapping in. Good to see you here, Big Mo. Everyone else that's come through, I appreciate you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. And I just hope that as we go on and move forward, that they start tapping into the younger players, especially at the quarterback position. Because at this point, we're done. You're not making the playoffs. I didn't think we would make the playoffs anyways after the first 3 weeks. I was like, nah. At the beginning of the year, I had high hopes like most of us did. We thought we would win some games that we've lost so far. So we're out of the playoffs, and we've been out of the playoffs for the last 3-4 weeks, right? We've known that. Us real Raider fans have known that. So what do you got to lose by starting Aiden O'Connell? What do you got to lose by maybe moving up Cam Miller and dropping Geno Smith and benching him for the rest of the year? What do you got to lose? You're moving to the future. You can't win now. I don't give a damn what Tom Brady says. I don't give a damn what Mark Davis said. And I don't give a damn what your bitch ass says, Pete Carroll, because we are rebuilding, okay? We're not reloading. We can't win now. Your ass was just a bridge coach. Geno Smith was and is just a bridge quarterback, but he's not even that good enough to be a bridge quarterback. We could have, like I said before, we could have saved fucking money that we spent on his punk ass, and you could have loaded up the offensive line, and you could have added some more pieces to that defense, and we, at worst, we'd be what? 3-3 right now. 3-4, 4-3, whatever. We'd be a whole lot better than 2-6. I will tell you that. And anybody with some sense, anybody that knows any kind of fucking football can tell you that. They can tell you that. It's just common fucking sense, right? Mm-hmm. Common sense isn't always that common, especially when it comes to billionaires like Mark Davis, like Tom Brady, and the rest of these fucks running the Raiders organization. Ever since Amy Trask left, ever since all these people that were up in the executive box left, this team is getting ran into the fucking ground. Tom Brady, if you're there to spy on other teams and you're calling all these games on Fox to spy on other teams for the Raiders, where's the info? When are you going to start implementing it into the offense, into the defense? When are you going to start telling the coaches? Because these fucking coaches are incompetent. Pete Carroll has come in. Pete Carroll has come in, right? Pete Carroll has come in and he's made Patrick Graham's defense bad. It finished off good last year. It was looking all right toward the end of the year. This motherfucking old man Pete Carroll comes in. We're going to do defense my way. We're going to run defense my way. And all it's fucking done is made the team worse. Yeah, I think so. I think so. All right, Big Mo. We'll see you, bro. We'll see you, bro. And I do think Miller. Oh, Miller is. But where the fuck I been? Damn, Miller got hurt? Oh, you're talking about Colton Miller. I thought you meant Camille. Yeah, Colton is gone. You're right. Yeah, man. So at this point, what else do we got to lose? Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for liking. I appreciate you. Appreciate your time. Appreciate you tapping in. If you don't catch this on the live, you can catch it on the replay when it goes up. You can drop your 2 cents in, you know what I'm saying? I'm just giving you a nickel. I'm just giving you a dime, but not dropping a dime. You feel me? So, yo, at this time, like we always do, we out.